Kirkland is one of the most expensive cities in Washington state, and here's whether it's actually worth it to live here. I'm Veronica Morris. I am your Kirkland and Eastside real estate broker. I have called Kirkland home for over 15 years, and I have really lived in almost every single pocket, every single neighborhood here. So I know a thing or two, and I'm going to show you and share with you the pros and cons of living in Kirkland in 2026. Let's first start off with the cons. First and foremost, let's get the white elephant out of the room. Pricing is a huge con considering the rest of the averages in Washington state and national. I mean, our prices here in Kirkland are, I think, about 140 to 150% more than the national average. Right now, most recently, we saw average single family homes running about 2.8 million. That median price was about 2.5 million in the zip code 98033, which is the more prominent zip code, I'm sorry. And then if we go to 98034, we're still looking at 1.5 million for a median price. And so it's not cheap, but people pay the price because it is a beautiful city to live in. So next off on the con list is going to be weather. If you're not from Washington, I will say the rain half the year is a little bit of a fib. We get beautiful summers, and I'm talking beautiful. This is why people stay here, but June, hit or miss. July, August, September, usually gorgeous, and we're not talking too hot. October, we still get a good, probably like beginning of October, the first half if we're lucky, we get some hot days. You see the beautiful colors turning on the trees, and it really feels like you're in a warm fall. But I will say, November, December, and through May, June, it's a lot of gray. It's not pouring down rain. It's just sprinkling. You'll get some storm days, but it's a lot of gray. And that is why I always suggest people for moving from out of state, if you, for the first year or two, just book a vacation, a sunny vacation in February. Book Palm Springs, book Scottsdale, just do it ahead of time, because when February starts coming around, you're going to want to see some sunshine. So second con is going to be weather, but again, it's not bad. It's not drastic. We don't have those crazy winters like they do in the Midwest. So relatively calm on that part. Third con I'm going to talk about here is going to be congestion, traffic. Kirkland has grown a lot. We've seen a lot of companies come in, a lot of home builders come in, so more and more people coming. If you're commuting to Bellevue or commuting to Seattle, and during the usual business hours, you're going to have a little bit of traffic, and it's getting more and more. Number 4 is going to be density. Back in my day with Kirkland, it was more of a quaint town, small city vibes, but we are seeing a lot more construction going on, so a lot more commercial buildings and mixed use buildings. If you're not into that and you're trying to avoid density, there are still parts of Kirkland that are not near the downtown area that do have a little bit less going on, a little more private. But just note, hey, Kirkland has been a growing city. It's gotten a lot of awards, and it's topping articles. So of course, naturally, we're seeing a big growth spurt, and a lot of these multi-use buildings and permits are coming in. So we're going to just see more of that. So that's why I say con is a density problem, if that is a con to you. But everyone thinks of that one differently. Last but not least, it ties into cost of living a little, or the pricing of homes a little bit, but it's going to be the cost of living. You're going to find here in Kirkland that your grocery bill, gas bills, insurance, those things are just going to increase naturally because of the cost of living in general. So those are going to be the cons. So to reiterate the 5 cons, we have pricing, we have weather, we have traffic, we have density, and we have cost of living, grocery bills, and so forth. So we talked about the cons, we got that out of the way. Let's talk about the pros, because this truly is a beautiful area and a lot of people choose to live here. So let's talk about first, I'm gonna talk about the beauty. Here in Washington state, we already have lots of green, we have lots of water, and Kirkland sits on this perfect little area where we have miles of waterfront. Depending on where you are in Kirkland, you can see lake views at the same time as having mountain views. Parts of Kirkland on the northern side has views of Mount Rainier. So the beauty in general is just, it's hard to miss. We have a lot of trails, a lot of hiking still close by. So I'd say beauty in general is going to be that. Until you see it, if you haven't, it's really hard to explain, but it just is, it's unlike any other area in the Pacific Northwest. So that's a pro. Second pro is going to be like the connectivity. So we have super easy access to downtown Seattle. On a no traffic day, you can get down there in, 18 to 20 minutes. Bellevue is very close. You can get there in 5 to 10 with no traffic. And there's multiple ways to get everywhere. So Seattle, there's a 520 floating bridge. You can do that. There's another bridge to get there, or you can go up and around. So a lot of different ways to get in a lot of different places. What I love about Kirkland as well, compared to a lot of other cities in the state or probably elsewhere, is that you're surrounded by other nice cities. There's a lot of pockets in other places that you have a nice area, but then you're surrounded by, maybe not so nice areas. Here in Kirkland, you are connected to Bellevue to the south, Redmond to the east, Woodinville to the north. So you're surrounded by beautiful other towns that if you need to get away from the city for a little bit, you can be somewhere else and kind of have a new feel. Our next pro is going to be kind of a piggyback off of that, but it's going to be the job connectivity, because we have Google here, we have Microsoft nearby, we have Meta nearby, we have SpaceX nearby. Google has a campus, their big campus right in downtown Kirkland. We have a lot of companies that are close by. So you're not only connected to each city, but you're connected to different job campuses as well, which is a huge plus for people who don't want to deal with maybe some traffic. Another huge pro of living in Kirkland is going to be just the waterfront lifestyle. And I'm going to do this waterfront lifestyle / summer. So like I mentioned, we are on Lake Washington. We have so many parks on the lake as well. There's a lot of boating in the summertime. There's going to be, you can do kite rafting and wind sailing. It's an endless amount of activities that you can do. And the summer throws a lot of festivals here. We have a lot of wine festivals, car festivals, concerts in the park every week in the summertime. So waterfront lifestyle and that summer lifestyle, it is such a trade-off for the winter. Another pro that we're going to hook on to, kind of a con, is that weather trade-off I was talking about. We here in Kirkland have mild winters. The summers are absolutely stunning. We have a beautiful fall season if you're a fall gal like me, and we don't get the craziness of the cold or the snow. We do get that rain, but it is mild temperatures, so you can still go around in the wintertime and take walks and enjoy the outdoor activities as long as you don't mind getting a little bit sprinkled on. So there's going to be the pros of living in Kirkland. I could go on, and which is why I choose to live here. But again, the lifestyle in general, you have more of a boutique feeling. There's multiple tennis courts, pickleball courts. The people are wonderful. Proximity is great. And all we have to do is figure out pricing and the weather. But again, there's still so much to do even in the midst of winter. So if you've been contemplating about if Kirkland is the right home for you, please give me a call. We'll just talk through. You'll tell me what you love and what you don't love. And I will be honest with you of where to move in Kirkland, or if Kirkland is the one for you. And if you are feeling that, hey, maybe I'm priced out of Kirkland, again, reach out. I can show you different pockets that are a little bit more affordable, but still in great areas. Again, I'm Veronica Morse, your Kirkland and Eastside real estate broker, and I am here to help you in 2026.